Hello, good day. I am on fire today with some just inspiration. So, I am actually going to read you what I wrote so that I can stay more clear and focused on the intention of what this message is because it's just being guided in me. I'm being inspired. So, this is a call of notice to all title holders. That includes judges, attorneys, government bad actors, and all actors, corporate leaders, CEO, president, whatever your title. You are officially on notice. I, a woman, Kathleen, family of Acker, am here to remind all of you and mankind of the power that we as men and women hold. Our founding fathers gave us the ultimate power, and we, the people, the men and women of this nation of the United States of America, stand superior in both standing and in jurisdiction to any and all title holders. When we play an acting role like contract supervisor or whatever, a government judge or anything, you are at all times acting in a title role. You are a man or woman at all times. It doesn't stop because you're in a role. Now let me begin. Notice, we the people are not your servants. Our great nation was founded as a republic, not a democracy. We are not a democracy. We have never been a democracy, nor do we ever want to be a democracy. Look it up. We are a republic for which it stands. It's time to reclaim the truth. And those title roles, whether they're a government actor, judge, teacher, CEO, agency, FBI agent, CEI, CIA, whatever, World Economic Forum, CDC, does not matter. That's a title role. You are always a man or woman. Therefore, you are always equal to, unless you're in your title role, then you're a servant. Okay? So, board member, shareholder, are servants to all mankind. Servants beneath, footstool. Okay, it's in the Bible. The deception cast upon us centuries ago, binding mankind, literally binding some arrogant people got together and say, bind our souls to a form of mental, legal is the undoing of God's law, legal and economic slavery, and it's coming to an end. Cut it out. So I am here to help mankind claim our rights and our place of power. The Founding Fathers and the Declaration of Independence, one of my favorite in the Constitution, but Declaration is one of my favorite. We, as men and women, are never, ever, ever meant to be slaves to another. It does not matter what color of hair you have, what color of skin you have. We are all equal unless you're a servant, okay? And unless you're in a title role, then you're a servant. So when we're in that, we should always know that we are to honor the soul. Seems simple, doesn't it? So as men and women, we were never meant to be slaves to governments, to corporations, the corporations that are putting poison in our water, that are putting poison in our food. It's coming to an end. So the Declaration of Independence makes it very clear. All men are created equal and endowed by their creator with certain unalienable rights. This is our birthright. Birthright goes to birth, okay? There's a whole another segment on that. Genesis, in the Bible, tells us that we are made in the image of God with dominion over land, air, water. What's the first initial of what I just said? L-A-W. What does that spell? Law. That is thy law, not legal. It doesn't spell legal. That's legalese, the undoing of God's law. Okay, so the laws of nature and nature's God is stated in the Declaration of Independence. Not to be ruled by fictitious actors and title roles, okay? Pretending to have power over us. That's just such BS. That's like us saying, oh, you're my master. Okay, no, I have a master, and that is creator, laws of nature, nature's God, because that's superior, that reigns superior. And when you understand this and you have a comprehension of this, then you will never understand, meaning you will never stand under another. Okay, you will know your standing, you will know your jurisdiction. I'm getting off course here, so I'm going to go back. Okay, any act of parliament, which may or may not happen. Okay, I have evidence it did. Any act of parliament, Congress, state, or any other man-made system in the past, present, or in the future that ever bound mankind to a form of slavery, I say such acts or declarations by any man or entity to bind another man lacks the right, the authority, and the power, and is null and void back to conception, and all agreements thereafter are also null and void. The vanity, the unbelievable vanity, and the presumption are absolutely ridiculous and insolvent of all tyrannies. No man, no corporation, no government has a right and authority over another man. That it's just self-evident, okay? The illusion of this control is breaking apart. It's crumbling like the walls of Jericho. And I'm calling on you that's listening to this to stand in your inherent power and to claim your freedom and your rights by saying, I do not consent. Get used to those words. I do not consent. Say it to your employer when they want you to put something in your mouth or put something over your face or stick something up your nose. I do not consent. You lack jurisdiction. Going off script again. I do not consent to be a slave or any man, woman, or entity, and neither should you that's listening to this. I don't care what your title role is during the day when you're acting, you are always living alive. And so, as such, it is time to say no to tyranny and yes to authentic sovereignty. So, I say in bold letters, I do not consent. I revoke, I rebuke, I rescind, and I terminate all contracts that bind thy soul and invoke superior laws as that is thy law. Now and always, past, present, and future. We are in a time of great awakening. A lot of people are starting to wake up and a lot of things are starting to come out there. I have spent 30 years in the legal system. I am a contract expert. I am not an attorney. I am not giving legal advice. Okay. And I have lots of certifications. We are in a great awakening, and I am here to guide you if you resonate with this message and teach men and women of mankind to claim their rights and to put those in a title, position, or role on notice to rise up with the knowledge and the power. When you put poison in our water, in our food, and in our air, you are to be held accountable. You are on notice. Now, so if you're in one of those roles, just I would repent. Maybe that's an option. Now is the time to clean house. Oh boy, I love cleaning house. Like, the room gets really dirty, and that's what's happening in our world right now. It's getting really messy. Like when you go into a room or you're cleaning out your closet, you got to make piles, and it gets really messy. And that's where we are. And we are cleaning house. We are going to terminate, eliminate, and get rid of all this muck that is in Congress and in companies and all over. And we're going to do that as we claim back our rights and our freedoms and our dignity. So I invite you to join me. I do one-on-one coaching and I do courses. So I offer a free consultation to see if I'm a right fit for you, if what I have resonates with you, and then I give you a little gift afterwards. And if we are, then we'll take it to the next step. But we will, for those that join this movement, this crusade, we will break the chains and claim our sovereignty and our authenticity, and we will live in our true power. And now is the time. Thank you. And as always, I invite you to roll the dice and play the game of life. Thanks.